Right, hello and welcome to this week's angling blog. This week you join me on the bank and we're in search of tench. So something a bit different this week than my normal tench fishing that you see on the channel, where you normally see me fishing the float for tench that are probably between, bars of soap all the way up to probably £5. Today we're hoping for something slightly bigger. Today's fishing is something completely new to me, tactics wise. We're going to be using helicopter rigs and we're going to be using fake maggots. So a lot of it is very new. Mr. Robin, as you've just heard in the background, has already found the rods. So let's have a look at the setup, the swim, and how we're going to approach it. As you can see on screen now, what a beautiful little venue we're on today. Nice blue sky, lovely backdrop, and as you can see, beautiful pegs. So let's take a quick look at the baits that we've got with us today. Now, I'm not an angler that really throws his bait away, and in March, April time, you would have seen me fishing for the roach on Village Pool and the Bream, and that is the ground bait that I used. You can see in there there's bits of pellet, bits of hemp, some dead maggot. It went straight in the freezer after the session, and yeah, what you get is bait that can be reused again, and all them flavours and all the smells have all mixed together. This one here, we've got dead maggots, we've got some maize from hinders and some of the hemp from hinders as well. So yeah, we've got a good base there to go with the ground bait and the dead maggots, and then we've got a couple of pints of live maggot, which if we're casting the feeder really regular on one of the rods, then we can just put them in the feeder and use a maggot feeder to feed the swim. So yeah, they're all the baits that we've got with us. Start the session off, as you can see on screen now, I've put in 2 or 3 of the spods of maggot, just pure live maggot, and I've put 1 spom of the corn and the hemp mix as well. So you've got that mixture of different sizes of bait and a good bed to feed over. So that's the basic swim covered and what we've done so far. All that remains now is to sit back and hopefully get a bite. Now, expectations wise and confidence wise, pretty low. It's all new to me. I'm not someone that uses fake maggots a lot of the time, and definitely not helicopter rigs, and we are definitely doing a more specimen approach today, so it's a bit out of my comfort zone, but fishing is all about that journey, isn't it? And today we're definitely on a journey of learning. With this type of fishing, there isn't much more you can do, and this is the bit where I'm going to have to learn. The baits are in and it's a waiting game. Anyone who watches the channel knows I'm someone who normally would be walking around looking for fish and setting traps, but today it is a sit back, set your stall out and just hope that some fish arrive. So looking in the margins, it gives you a good idea of what's going to be out in the lake. When I've been pulling back, there hasn't been any weed come back on the rigs, so I know I'm on a clear patch, but you can see there patches of gravel, and then you've got quite a lot of silkweed and stuff like that, which the maggots hopefully are going to sit over and the tench will be used to grubbing in. But the 2 rods that I've gone out, I've had a couple of casts and brought them back, and they have been clear. And there we go, what a lovely start to the session. The rod absolutely screamed off. Been fishing about an hour over that baited spot, and £6 12 ounces. It's been a while since I've targeted tench, so I think it's a PB, but yeah, we can settle in. Anything else now is a bonus, but what a lovely fish. Let's get it straight back. So the rods are back out. I brought this right hand rod in and put a few more casts with the feeder, really quick ones. It took the cap off so the ground bait could clear it really quickly, and then put it back out. The left hand rod, again, just on maggots, plugged with the ground bait. Almost certain it was a PB, so proper buzzing, and hopefully, days like today go by so quickly, but hopefully we can get another. After that early success, I was super excited for the rest of the session. Sat there, the sun coming over the trees, it looked perfect for the bite. Unfortunately though, the conditions did get worse as that sun really did bake down and the blue skies. It was beautiful, just sat there watching all the wildlife around go about its daily routine. In the afternoon I went for a walk around the venue, disturbed a couple of carp basking, which was beautiful to see. Returning to the peg, I give it right until last knockings at 9:30, but unfortunately no bites were forthcoming. So hello, and you join me back on the bank in search of tench again. That session was a grueler. You know, I was sat there super excited that I broke my PB, but getting a fish so early on, you can't help but be excited, can you, for what's ahead? Sat there, trying my hardest, but nothing really happening. It can be demoralising, but when you're learning a new venue, every moment on the bank is a lesson learned. So bait wise today, got a bit more simple than the last session. There was a lot of different stuff in that mix and a lot of small particles in that ground bait. So gone with a different approach today. The ground bait I've gone with is the hinders method mix, and in there I've just put a few of the 8mm pellets. About 2 pints of white maggot with a few reds mixed in, and in here we've got round about 3 pints of dead reds, and in there I've just put 1 tin of sweet corn. So you can see there the majority of it is maggots, but we just got the odd fleck, and that is what we're going to be feeding over both lines using the spom. A bit of an update, we're about 3 hours in now. The lake does seem like it has dropped quite a bit since last time, and I was thinking maybe this rod was too close in and move it a bit further out, but a tench has literally just rolled about there, close enough in that I thought, well, next time I come I'm going to stand there in my wellies and fish a waggler. It was that close in. So yeah, gives you a bit of confidence that they are close in as well as far out, because you do see quite a bit of activity out there. But yeah, just gotta hope that something comes across that bed of bait. And this is the bit of it that I do struggle with, it's the sitting and waiting. I think I said it at the start of this vlog, is something that I'm going to have to learn, and if I want to get some of the rewards that are in here, then it's something that I want to learn and get better at. So just when you were least expecting it, the near side rod again just ripped off. Hopefully it looks like Mr. Tench. So moving away from the pools that have the smaller tench in, like Bream's ditch, I knew I'd probably get less bites, but if I did, you know, they'd be worth catching. We beat the PB twice, most definitely. I've never had a £7 tench, and this one, £7.3, the biggest tench I've ever seen. Beautiful fish, and yeah, he's sitting there watching one roll a bit earlier on, about 20 yards out. I knew it wasn't far from the spot. Proper buzzing. Let's get this beautiful fish straight back. So the rig that we're using on the far bank rod, you can see there we've got the Cordham quick heli rigs. Got that down to a quick change swivel, and that sleeve just goes over the top to stop your feeder coming off. We've got a 60 gram Preston maggot feeder, got quite a long hook link, a 12 line, down to a size 10 Cordham penetrator hook, some fake maize and 2 fake maggots. So that's the rig that's going on the long distance rod. So on the left hand rod, like I said, the same heli kit from Cordham and the same setup. On this one though, I've got an open-ended feeder and just fishing a few live maggots. They were live when they went out, and a few fake maggots on the hook. So quite similar setups, but different ways of feeding. That's going to be plugged with the ground bait, a few pellets, some dead maggots, and some live ones as well. So proper buzzing with that fish, over the moon. And on the vlog I do like to cover everything about the sessions, you know, how I'm thinking and stuff like that. And one thing that I am struggling with is this constantly being motivated to keep casting them feeders. You know, it does feel like I've got the reward for it now, but building up to it, casting every 45 minutes, when you're not getting the feedback that you would normally get. You know, if you were fishing the tip, you'd be getting lots of activity or lots of bites from roach and bream like I normally do. So yeah, just getting the odd beep every now and again and the odd roll, it was hard to keep that motivation to keep on casting. But yeah, proper made up, it's worked. Conditions wise, looks like it's getting better. Long session, it's about 3:30 now, so we're moving into the afternoon and the days do melt away, but proper buzzing with that PB. So it's coming up to 8 o'clock and the rod has just absolutely melted off, and I don't think it's a tench. So about 30 minutes ago we did lose a fish, almost certainly a carp. Rod back out, you can't dwell on it, you've just got to get the rod back out on the spot. And what a second bite. £9, 11 ounces of bream. proper made up. If this had come off, I'd have been more gutted than if the carp had come off. But yeah, what a session. Gonna get it straight back. Let's get the rod back out on the spot. Got about half an hour left. Let's see what we can get. But one happy angler. So, not much talking on the vlog. I literally got the rod back on the spot and it screamed off again with this carp. Probably, what, scrape a double. And the way this fought, the one that I lost sadly, was a good fish. You can see, nice condition, lovely markings. I did think it was a tench, but how can you be gutted with a lovely fish like that? Let's get it straight back, the rod's back on the spot, and see if we can get one more before the end of the session. So literally at the moment, just can't keep a rod in the water. The spot is working and sadly it's not going to be long till we're going to have to get off, but another really big bream. So what an absolutely manic end to the session. I'm saying it's only £7, 13 ounces, but I can't believe I'm saying it's only. But with that other one before going over 9, yeah, what a manic end to the session. Apologies for the lighting, it's about 9:45 and the camera is making it look a bit lighter, but yeah, not long of a session left, really manic end. It's going to kill me to go home, but we've got about 15 minutes left. The lad next to me's promised me his torch if I get another, so we might have to use that. But let's get this lovely fish straight back, the rod's back out on the spot, see if we can get another. So the video does come to an end there now, and I really do hope you have enjoyed this week's vlog. It really has been an adventure into something new for me, you know, new tactics, and it's good to get out there on the bigger venues, targeting bigger fish. So to those wondering, yes, I was in the doghouse. Normally I do go home to a cold tea, but on this occasion, gone 11:30 when I got in, I went home to none. But boy was it worth it, and yeah, a thoroughly enjoyable session. So those that have watched the video to the very end, I want to thank you all for the support you show the channel. And the next day, I do go out and put these tactics again to the test, and we have a really good session. So that will be on the channel in the next week or two. So look out for that video coming to the channel soon. All that remains now is to wish you all tight lines in your own fishing. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. And if you have enjoyed the video, please leave it a like. Tight lines in your own fishing. And I'll catch you all next week. Tight line.